1, fire!
Well, this is extraordinary. We've filled another bucket, so we're looking at over 20 liters of gas so far that's been produced in a short period of time. It really is sort of hard to believe just how much energy there is in that little amount of aluminum. But of course, the energy is in the water, not the aluminum. The aluminum is the catalyst, and the sodium hydroxide is just acting to remove oxide from the aluminum so that it can react with the water. But there was so little water in that little pill bottle. That's amazing. I just poured some drano in there, and drano is about 20% sodium hydroxide and 80% water, and we're only talking about a small bottle here. Still rather hot, but only about 50 degrees. Alright, so this is really messing with my head. Right now, we've collected almost 30 liters of nitrogen from a dinner plate's worth of aluminum foil with drano. And yet there's so many people who are working hard on electrolysis of water and investing either wind energy or solar photovoltaic energy to try to electrolyze the water. And then people will say, well, you know, if you're going to go to that length, to that expense of creating electricity to do electrolysis, then your energy balance is messed up and the hydrogen isn't really worth that much. So for many years, actually decades, I've been skeptical that hydrogen was a good solution because of the costs of production. That is, hydrogen needs to be made from something, and that takes energy. But here, with a dinner plate's worth of aluminum foil, and with just a small bottle of, and we're talking about a pill bottle size of drano, of sodium hydroxide solution, lye, which you can make from wood ashes, we've already gotten over 30 liters of gas, and that's extraordinary. I don't have to do anything. There's no electricity that has to be invested, no special apparatus whatsoever. I used a paper towel and some aluminum foil and a pill bottle. So something's up. I can't believe that there isn't more of this work being done. Well, hopefully this is a start. There's the level of the hydrogen now. And still filling. The darn thing doesn't show any sign of letting up. It's still making hydrogen. You can see it's gone down to here by now. It's getting on toward 40 liters because it's still displacing water, and this is how much water we've displaced so far. That's a lot of hydrogen that we've collected. All of that was empty, and that's what has been displaced from this tank. So we're definitely in a situation where that little amount of aluminum foil and just the water that was in the sodium hydroxide in this bottle has made all of that hydrogen. It's quite extraordinary, really. It's still producing, and we're going to have to call it quits because the tube here only goes down to about here, and so now it's not pushing water out anymore. It's actually pushing hydrogen out, so the tube is exposed. And if I open this one, that tube goes deeper. Maybe it'll work, but then we should see a rise in the water level here. Unless this is so filled with gas that there's methane coming out. So while the reaction is still occurring, it's less vigorous than before, and we're going to call it right here as about 110 liters. So this would be 55 right here. So between 40 and 50 liters of gas that we've collected Well, it's really windy up here, but we're going to try to use the hydrogen that we've collected, which is about between 40 and 50 liters, and we'll use water pressure from here to push down. This is a biogas tank, but the overflow water pressure from there should press the gas out, and this is closed, so the gas will have to come from here, and then it'll go through this water trap here for added safety, down to the bottom of that, and then bubble up here, and then in here I've got brass wool to act as a safety, and right, and then off to the stove. And I've plugged up these holes here to try to prevent the flashback that we had the other day. A little bit of brass wool up here to make the flame visible, and let's see what we get. So turn the gas on, like so, and then we have to put water in here. So by pouring water in here, which then goes into here, we're pushing the gas out of here, and you can see that the gas is making its way into the water trap, which is overflowing, and that gives us a bit of a reserve. Now if I open this valve, the gas can flow to the stove, and so let's see how we want to do this. So there's our stove. It is okay. That's something. Okay. Ah, the flame was still on. Okay. Now it seems like we used up all the gas that was stored in that little thing there. So it's about water pressure now. Seems to be something wrong with the stove, so we're just going to try the ouch. That's on. It's weird. Oh, there it is. So maybe it's just that the hydrogen is so clear burning that you couldn't see it when it was running on the stove. Because it's definitely there. Yeah, it's just that it's so hard to see. So, we'll close this for a second and try it again with the stove. So, say we have flame, and it does work.
I don't want to eat anything.
But for some reason, and this is a wet piece, so that's not going to work. Seems to get one out too. So it is still on. And it goes off. Pause.